Bro, I want to tell you that in our home, we were very poor, that the poor people were calling us poor. What I mean by that is that there are some people you see that they are also struggling like you, but they had the audacity to tell you how you guys are suffering. You know, food to us was not luxury. It was something like, I can say luck. If you're lucky, you get it. And if you get it, you get a porridge. We used to survive on a porridge without sugar, and you take it with sometimes unripe mangoes. But the way we used to do it is very, very funny, and it was very good. We used to put these mangoes on fire so that you can at least get something, because it was very bitter that no one is going to know. But you have asked me a very important question, and I want you to do your hands like this. Put your hands up like this. Can you see your fingers? Say yes. Are they the same in size or in terms of even length? Say no. He said, that is what we are going through now. We might be here now, but we'll climb. But I want to tell you something. You are the one who's now going to make sure that what our neighbors are going through, that good life, you bring it home. I'm telling you, I used to talk big, bro, when I was young. When I was in class 8, the kind of things I was saying, I used to say like that, you see, Dad, you see there, I will be coming and park there. And my dad was think that I was losing my mind or what. I will come and park there. Your house will be here. And I think something will be, these guys will build here. But what matters to me, that, Dad, you see here, I want you to leave a very big space for your home, your house. I'll build for you a very big house. And the car will stand there and here and there. So you see, when you have made up your mind and you have decided that now you want to walk with God, things will just happen. Then when you do something again and again and again, you don't realize that you're not growing.
Yeah.
You become comfortable. And the enemy of progress is being comfortable. I used to help these people offload the lorry from tomatoes from the lorry. And then whatever that was remaining down there, you pick them now and you take them to these hotels. So, on a good day, I used to make up to 350 with the bondeka too. I used to collect those tomatoes in the market. My friends even give me a name called Bondeka. They used to call me Bondeka. But there was no single day I was even ashamed of what I was doing. Through that picking of that tomatoes, the fallen tomatoes, I saved like, within 6-8 months, I saved like 34,000 out of that. You made my day.
Yeah.
Kabisa. Yeah.
So, welcome to the Identity Project podcast. This is where we get to have interactive conversations revolving around becoming, so that we live victoriously and lead others to do the same. My name is Kevin Tindi, and I just want to say thank you so much. If you're new here, I really appreciate you. You can hit the subscribe button so that you get more of this content. Also, we have a WhatsApp channel where you can subscribe and you can be able to get updates as everything else unfolds, because we have so much in store for you. And for you who is a regular, thank you so much. I don't take it for granted, for you have shared, you have commented, you have liked, you have given me feedback. Thank you so much. You have supported this podcast in one way or another. I don't take it for granted. May the Lord continually bless you and you continue to abound in every good work. Also, another thing before we begin, you can now get a copy of the Identity Project book. This is on Amazon. We managed to get the paperback. You can get the paperback or you can get the soft copy. And 2, you can get it via Nuria online bookstore. This is around East Africa. On Amazon, you can get it across the world, anywhere you are. And 3, you can be able to get it via my website, www.kevintindi.com. Also, another thing, because many people have been reaching out to me for feedback and also for prayers and for word of advice and counseling. We go live on TikTok every Monday from 9:30 to 10:30. It's a time that we get to pray. It's a time we get to live victoriously, but this is where we get to engage on a one-on-one basis. So if you're able to, you can also follow us so that we can be able to live victoriously and lead others to do the same. And today I have a guest who is going to share with us his story. Let me just tell him to introduce himself so that we can be able to dig deep.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the chance you have given to me.
Mm.
My name is Jared Ondiek, popularly known as Mr. Wong.
Mm.
You can get me on my handles as Wong Diesel.
Mm.
And I'm here to say what the Lord has also done for me. I'm a living testimony.
Yeah.
I am a living testimony from where I came from, when I was born, to where I am. I can just use the one word, it is by the grace.
By the grace.
By the grace of Almighty God.
Awesome.
I was born there in Mathare.
Mm.
And
The slums.
Slums, Mathare, a place called Adara by that time. And less than 2-3 years, my father moved back to the rural area.
Mm.
Like retirement, early retirement, because whatever he was getting as payment was not able to take care of him and take care of my grandmother, the mother to my dad now, in the rural area. So he decided to move back home to start farming. Start farming, small farming. But this is something that by that time, he was doing it for the first time.
Okay.
We were born 11 people in my family. One mother, one father.
That's the whole football
like
team.
The football team,
Yeah.
11 people.
Yeah.
We were born 11 in my family. My mother really tried for us, my father. So when we moved back home in the rural area, that's where the life started. That's where the whole story started, man. Things became so tough for us because I remember my dad moving back at home. He never had that good plan. Never had the plan.
Okay.
He knew he was going to do farming, but not that like agribusiness. No, it was something that for survival. It was for survival. I want you to picture this. We are 11 people in my family. If you include my father and my mother, now we are 13 people.
Plus the coaches.
Yeah, so moving back at home, life became so unbearable. Life became so unbearable. You'll bear with me because when I remember the moment, sometimes I get emotional, a little bit emotional, because it is something that I can see it still. It is still there. I can still, like yesterday, I can just view it vividly. My father moving back at home was, I can say it was a lesson. It was something that impacted my life positively, and both positively and negatively, if I have to say that. He started farming, and after 3-4 years, I joined the school. Even I joined a little bit late. The primary school I was going to was called Oseno Primary. It's there in Siaya County. And that's where the life journey started. So as we were living there in the rural area, my father came up with a plan. My father told us that things were not seeming that well, seeming good, but he said that we have to bear with him. That all of us, it is a collective responsibility for everyone now. Because, the life here in Nairobi used to be, yes, even it was for survival, yes, but in Nairobi, things seems to work a little bit here and there. We could try. Could go maybe without lunch, but in the evening, we could get something.
Yeah.
But back in rural area, food was not guaranteed for us. It was not guaranteed. It was something that it was like 50-50, patapotea. You get it.
You don't.
You don't. But you have to thank God. What I love most about my father is that he's always a very calm man. He's someone who knows God. You see, he believes in God a lot. He believes in God a lot. Things might not seems to work, but to him, he always believes in God. He always believes in God. Even now, as we speak now, when you meet my father, the first thing he'll tell you, let's take a word of prayer.
Wow.
My father, it reaches a point my father told all of us that as I said, we had to just bear with him because something he was trying to do is to take care of us plus the grandmother.
Yeah.
Because grandmother was at home.
Yeah.
So when we were there, we were living in a house, a thatched house. the grass house.
Yeah.
Maybe you can,
the one with cow
can
dung.
relate with cow dung. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are there. We are 11 children plus mother and father, and the granny's house was just a little bit up there. And then the journey started to survival for the fittest. You have to do what you have to do. It reaches a point where all of us started to, like, when he was farming, I was in charge. At a very little age, my mom started cooking mandazis. My mom was cooking mandazis, and we were to sell the mandazis back at home because we are very near to the market, actually, just meters to the market.
Yeah.
So we are raised with that mandazi for some times, like 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years, like that. Then my mother became ill, and the doctor told my mother that she could not continue cooking mandazi because of that fire, and the blood count in her body was bringing problems. So she had to stop. And my mother stopping cooking mandazi, it became a crisis in the family because all of us were only surviving on that mandazi. We sell it, we get something, we buy maize, we get it flour, we cook mboga, this omena thing. But now when my mother stopped, no one in our family could cook mandazi. No one. Because you see, my father was a farmer, and my mother was cooking this mandazi for us to survive. So we decided now to start to do what we had to do. Like now, personally, I used to sell miwa.
Sugarcane.
The way we used to sell it, like tunauza kwa gari. You see people that in the car, you bring it, you carry it, then unauza kama uko hapo kwa gari. By that time, a whole sugarcane was 10 bob. Shilingi 10. But life also used to be a little bit fair because if you look at the gorogoro, the 2 kgs of maize used to sell at around 28 bob. Yes, 28 bob.
You're revealing your age without revealing it.
No, I'm old enough. I'm old enough. So we survived partly on sugarcane, selling ndizi ripe bananas. And also we were doing mangoes. Mimi nimeuza mpaka mango. The unripe one. Unripe one, you could carry a whole sack of that unripe mango and you only get 5 bob.
A whole gunia you carry. A whole gunia of
mango, unripe one, ile mbichi, and you get only 5 bob. So we had to go like, it is seasonal. Mango, it is a seasonal thing. So we had to carry like 6, 7, 8 sacks to get 1 gorogoro of maize.
That's like 40 shillings.
Yeah, like 40 shillings. And then you have to get it, then you buy something like omena and that. But that was seasonal. But then I used to also sell mboga, the sukuma wiki. The sukuma wiki, even now, I am a very good guy in tying sukuma wiki. The problem we had in our family growing up is that my elder brothers became a little somehow rebellious. They became somewhat rebellious because I'm a 6th born in my family. So I had to take care of the younger ones. But these elder brothers and sisters did not want to associate themselves in selling this mboga, selling this sugar.
Number 1 to 5.
Number 1 to 5. They did not want to do that kind of. Because living in Nairobi, they could not believe that they can go back home and start doing those things. So that one even made our lives so difficult. So difficult. So I was the one selling this mboga, sukuma wiki. My father used to put them for me in a sack, and then I'll go with it at the market. And then when I reach at the market, the first thing I'll do is to survey the market. You see, I realized my potential when I was very young. I realized that there was something in me that I had to use it. I'll tell you in the next 1 minute. I'll tell you why I'm saying all this.
Okay.
So when I went to market, I would just go around, look at the way my competitors were like kufunga zile zao, and then I compete with them. Yes. So I use when I go around, the moment I survey and I see how they are tying their sukuma wiki, I would add a little bit more mine to be a little bit more so that I would compete with them. I got customer very fast because I did not want to waste time. Remember, I'm also a pupil in the school.
Yeah.
So I used to go, and in the afternoon we come out at around. We used to come out at around 3 p.m. That 3 p.m. I just go. I was not even going to play with like other children. Come out from school straight home. I get my father already prepared the burgers, and then I just carry them with water and that bananas. So we use banana like the back of banana. Yeah. You put it in water, it is ready to go. We used to tie it. I used to tie the skuma wiki. After doing that, I would buy some maize flour, maize. I get some omena, and then I come back home. And that's how I used to do it, because I realized without me doing it, without me taking action, my younger brothers would suffer. My elder brothers are rebellious. We are having indiscipline issues. Because my father is a very humble guy, he believes in conversing. Like, if someone has done something wrong, you can put him down, tell him this is wrong, this is not good, this is good. And my mother was by that time was recovering. Remember, the doctors told my mother, mandazi anymore. So my mother was recovering. So I had to do so many things. So I reached in class 6. So one day I came back home for lunch. You know, lunch was not guaranteed. That one is not something, you know, food to us was not luxury. It was something like, I can say luck. If you're lucky, you get it. And if you get it, you get a porridge. We used to survive on a porridge without sugar. And you take it with sometimes unripe mangoes. But the way we used to do it is very, very funny, and it was very good. We used to put these mangoes on fire, unripe mango on fire, so that you can at least get something, because it was very bitter. Oh no, unripe mango is very bitter. Yeah. So when you put it on fire, it loses that bitterness. So you can just take it with porridge. It's very easy. It was actually, that was our best meal.
So you cook unripe mangoes?
You put it on fire, like you don't cook it. You put it directly on fire.
Oh.
Like the way you roast maize.
In Chinese, you say bulo.
Bulo. Yeah, we used to bulo that maize. I mean that mango. Yeah. Like the way people do with maize. Then we survived on that until when I was in class 6, my 3rd term. One day I came back home for lunch and there was nothing. And I found my father. My mother by that time, because of the way she was recovering, she decided to go and visit my grandmother, the side of my mother.
Yeah.
So we remained with my father and our brothers and sisters. So I came back home and I found my father. And that day, I had to be honest with my father, because there was something that was going through my mind. And like I could look at our neighbors. Our neighbors were really doing very well. They were getting everything, getting lunch. These guys were getting breakfast, lunch in the evening. They could eat. You could even smell the aroma of food, like they cooking chicken, bro, meat and everything. But in our home, there's nothing. So I had to ask my father. I just said I want to be very honest with my father today. I had to face my father. I wanted my father to tell me something that by that time had been just going through my mind. I'm asking myself, what is this? Which kind of life is this? There's something that someone must do something about this. And why are we suffering and others are not suffering? Because I was young, I had to come up with a question to my dad. I was looking for someone I could just express that anger to, because I thought life was fair for everyone. If everyone could get food, then everyone, including us. Bro, I want to tell you that in our home, we were very poor, that the poor people were calling us poor. What I mean by that is that there are some people you see that they are also struggling like you, but they had the audacity to tell you how you guys are suffering. We don't get lunch, all of us. Yeah. But to them, they are better off than us. But you see them, you say, even you guys are suffering. Why are you telling us this? So we were very poor, that the poor people were calling us poor. That was the situation at our home. Because I used to compare our home with our neighbors, just immediate neighbor, someone I could call an uncle. In his place, there's so many vehicles coming in that place. He used to have so many big friends. Some were national leaders. Used to come to his place. But when they were coming, The vehicles used to pass at the gate of our home, entering to his home. And then you see it is not fair. So we used, if they were preparing something when they had visitors, we used to wait to be very patient. We know very well that in the evening at least we get some. The leftovers for us. Definitely there will be leftovers for us. That day I came back from school and I faced my dad. I found my dad sitting at under the mango tree, and I asked my dad, let us be honest with each other. Where did we get this kind of suffering? Why is it our neighbors are getting whatever they need and us, it is very difficult for us?
Yeah.
Did we do something wrong? Or the problem is you as a dad, as a leader of this family? My dad looked at me and smiled. Very calmly, and he smiled. And he told me, just go up there, eat some mangoes, and then you come back, we'll talk. But when I was leaving, I looked at my dad, and I saw it really hit my dad. That question really hit my dad. I saw him. When he was leaving, he walked away. We just stood up and walked away. And I also just, the way he instructed me to go up, so I climbed the mango tree. There are some mangoes there. I ate like 6, 7. Then I came down. I found my dad with water in a basin, a very small basin, these small basins.
Yeah.
And also some oil. The one we used, kupaka.
Yeah.
And he told me, come. Shuka, kanipatia maji, akambia, just wash your face. And he told me, apply the oil. And he said, no one now will know that you have not eaten unless you tell them that you have not eaten. But no one is going to know. But you have asked me a very important question, and I want you to do your hands like this. Put your hands up like this. Can you see your fingers? Say yes. Are they the same in size or in terms of even length? Say no. He said, that is what we are going through now. We might be here now, but we'll climb. But I want to tell you something. Because you are the one selling this vegetable, selling this sugarcane, doing this in this home, I want to tell you this, that I'm old enough now, but you still have a long way to go. You are the one who's now going to make sure that what our neighbors are going through, that good life, you bring it home. You see, my father turned that question against me. I thought my father was going to tell me something, but instead of answering me that the kind of answer I wanted to hear, my father turned it back to me now, making me to feel bad. Amenirushia yongori tena. He's telling me now, you are the one now to take care of the family. And I'm asking, like, these our elder brothers, what are they doing? Say no. If you want to compete with people on the basis of what they are bringing on the table, you'll end up where they are. Do what you can do yourself. And I'm telling you that you have to take responsibility. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Either we continue living here where we are, or you are going to do something about it. So, bro, I went back to school in the afternoon, and I was sitting in class and I was looking around at my classmates. People are very happy. I don't know how to put this, bro. I was like, if then this is life, then to me, you know, my fellow students used to come from able backgrounds. Like the kind of stories they would tell in class, like they are just there, but in the next, they are planning to move. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Bro, my classmates were talking about things because of their backgrounds. They're not talking about selling sugar cane. They're not talking about
bananas,
everything we used to go
boga.
through in my home. No, they're not talking about that. These people are talking about like the University of Nairobi. Talking about, by that time, we used to have University of Nairobi. Egerton University by that time was, then if you name University of Nairobi, you're like, and then
Yeah.
all along, I was very bright. I was very bright. In our home, we were very bright. Indexes, if you hear, my brother is in class 8, doing very well. Class 7, doing very well. I was in class 6, doing very well. But sometimes you become skeptic. You're asking yourself, even if I pass now, how are we going to survive in high school and then to the university?
Yeah.
They were mentioning like Alliance High School. They were mentioning Gary High School, by that time,
The national
Dagoretti
schools,
High School, national schools. But then you are mentioning them also because you want to be part of the conversation. But you know very well that it is not going to end up where you are because the situation is back at home. What really changed the way I used to think was one day I was sent by my dad to go and borrow or to get salt. I call it the story of the salt. My father sent me to go to our neighbors to ask for the salt, bro. Because already we had the flour, we had the no, not necessarily omena, because by that time there's no omena, but we were cooking the vegetable. We used to sell sukuma wiki because hatukuwa na mafuta. The cooking oil was not there. We were boiling we were boiling the sukuma wiki because now my father is the one planting them. So he told me we cooked already ugali, and the sukuma wiki was boiling, and then he sent me to get the salt because we did not have the salt. And now I realized the reason why those guys were calling us, the poor people are calling us also poor. They were calling us poorer because we could not afford salt. So I went to borrow salt and to ask for the salt, and then this lady just came out and asked me a very important question. The lady asked me a question that has changed my life completely. That question changed my life completely. He asked me that, kwani nyinyi mnaomba mpaka salt? That you guys, even salt, you don't have. You can't ask for, you are even asking for salt. Salt. You see, salt it was very cheap for you to lack salt in your home, bro. No, that was not. It was not possible.
Yeah.
I took the salt, and when I was going back home, I really cried. I really cried. Because this lady was right. This lady was right. Bro, if you reach a point where you are asking for salt, then I just realized that this lady was not just talking. This lady sent a very important message for us. We had to do something about it.
It was like a wake-up call.
I realized no one was coming to save us. And I took it upon myself. There's something I told my dad when I came back. I never said anything about that story. But I just called my dad and told my dad, Dad, this is between me and you. I want us to try to make things easier for all of us. This is what you're going to do. From now going forward, I want to be committed to selling everything that you are planting, everything that you are growing on your farm. I want to ensure that I will be doing it, and I will be doing it even at all times. We will never lack salt again. So I started to ensure that we never lacked salt in our home. We never lacked salt from that time. And this lady, whatever he told me, changed my life. And I'll tell you in a little bit. I'll tell you why that story really changed my life. So when I came back home, I started seeing myself differently. I started seeing myself superior. I used to have a teacher in our school called Mr. Moya. This guy was a parent and he was also a teacher. These guys took us through the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. We were reading the Bible like a storybook.
Wow.
We were reading the Bible like a storybook. Like you go to Nehemiah, you'll ask a question, you answer. You go because it tells you the real things you want to hear. We were reading English Bible, Swahili Bible, Luo Bible. We read everything. Like Bible, everything's there. And my father is here talking about God all the time. And I'm there reading Bible like a storybook. Then I'm asking myself, is that a storybook? Or is a book that's supposed to change lives?
Yeah.
There are stories of many people in the Bible. Then why can't, then I start relating with it. That's when I realized that the Bible was not a storybook.
It is the book of life.
Yeah. I said, no. We have been reading this thing as a storybook. The Bible is not a storybook. These are true stories. The author of this book is a real God. There's something he can do. Then I turned to God, man. I was looking for this supreme God to turn to, and now also blame him. Yeah. Now I say, no. This is beyond my father.
Yeah.
This is not beyond my father. This is now, it needs someone, even supernatural, to take this. And that's when I realized, bro, as I was reading the Bible, that poverty, living in a state of lacking even basic needs, is not normal. It is not normal. The moment I started seeking God at a very young age, I can tell you, I was in class 7, I'm going to do my mock. That's when I started now seeking God. I say, no. I want to know, I don't know you, but I know that you created everything. So you are bigger. You're so big and huge, you cannot come. I don't want you to come. Just say something. Just say something. You cannot come to our home because you are so big.
Our home is small.
No, our home very small.
We cannot contain you.
Yeah, you see, from long time ago, I used to call God sir. Like I used to address God like sir. I used to call him sir. Like when sometimes I walk going to school, I used to just walk and then I talk to God, but I refer him to God. You sir, you also know you need to change this situation at home. But now, how are we going to change this when, even the spirit of rebellion is also part of the poverty. When people are rebellious in a home and there is poverty, they don't see it. They take it is normal. Then God opened my eyes. God opened my eyes to see that the kind of poverty we were in was not something normal. It was spiritual. That was not a normal poverty. If you can lack even basic needs, you can lack even salt, bro. You can lack everything. But then I realized that despite lacking everything, we were very happy. You see, it's a situation where people are happy. Now, wanajivunia, like you are poor, but you see like you are not poor. The confidence you have, the way you address issues, when you meet with your fellow student, the way you want to carry yourself. In fact, when people are talking, you're also talking like one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing there. And that's what brought at least respect for us. We were poor, but people respected us.
Yeah, that one is amazing.
Yeah, people respected us. I remember there was a time that someone broke into one of our neighbors' this chicken house. Chicken house. He used to have so many chicken. Then someone broke into that house and stole like everything there. Like all the chickens remained like I don't know how many. And then when Chief came, I just heard that my name was mentioned. From nowhere, my name was mentioned that I was among the people who took it. The Chief came, arrested me and other people. And I just asked him. I just asked Chief in before my father. Just tell these people why you think I am the one who took the chicken. Did someone saw me? Was someone there who saw me? I just want to know why. Because at the back of my mind, I was not using our poverty as a cause of everything. I knew. You have some. In every situation, everything that happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are looking for someone to blame. But the poor people are easy to blame than anyone. Yeah. If you're poor, by that time, I'm not saying now, because I don't know how now it is. But if you are poor by that time, everything wrong and bad happening in the community, it is you. You are the one. Something happening somewhere, it is you. You don't have to defend yourself. Why should you defend yourself?
Yeah.
I asked that chief guy that, why do you think it is me? I was not speaking for others. I was speaking for myself before my father. And my father knew I was very innocent. My father knew 100%. But my father wanted me to defend myself. Because by that time, my father already taught me that poverty does not mean that you cannot do something for yourself. You can stand for yourself.
You can be stepped on.
No. No one should take advantage of you because you are poor. So I asked Chief, why do you think I'm the one who stole those chicken? He told me before my father that if it is you, who could have done that? I said, I'm asking you again. Why do you think I am the one who took those chicken? He was unable to answer me. And then I decided now to just talk to him. I told him respectfully that the situation you see in our home, no matter how poor we are and bad off we are, does not guarantee that will remain the same and does not give me permission to steal from anyone.
That's faith.
I will not. I will not steal from anyone, Mr. Chief. And I want you to do this from now going forward. Stop looking at us the way you look at us. That's not how you look at us. Don't judge us with our current situation. I'm telling you, I used to talk big, bro, when I was young. When I was in class 8, the kind of things I was saying, I used to say like that, you see, Dad, you see there, I will be coming and park there. And my dad was think that I was losing my mind or what. I will come and park there. Your house will be here. And I think something will be there. These guys will build here. But what matters to me, that, Dad, you see here, I want you to leave a very big space for your home, your house. I'll build for you a very big house. And the car will stand there and here and there. So the way I used to talk big. And I was not only talking. I was talking things I wanted to see.
That was faith.
I told Chief that don't judge us with our current situation, my friend. Then, Bana, this guy started harassing us and started beating us for us to confess. I was just quiet all that time. That Chief really caned me to say something. He wanted me to confess before my father. My father told them, take him to the police station. See, you have the evidence and everything. Just take them to police station. I was quiet. We were going to police station. We went, and then at the gate of the police station, they asked us again, you know where you're going? Say, no, you have decided to take us. You take us. We will go there. What made me to have that kind of confidence is that I used to associate myself with elderly people. Even now, my friends are not people of my age. Associate myself with people who are older than me. I spent most of the time with people who can advise me.
Yeah.
I don't know. From when I was young, I never found myself that I'm in an era where I'm the smartest guy. No. Anywhere I go, when I realize these guys, I no longer fit in because there is nothing I'm gaining from them, then I move out.
Yeah,
then
so
I just ensure that I lose you as a friend. If there's nothing you're no longer offering for me.
Oh.
So these guys, when we were with them, these guys were talking too much about law, about presenting yourself, defending yourself, this. So I realized there's a guy called Sam who told me, who was saying in our group that someone should not just arrest you or do this because you think he can take advantage of you. You wait for them, let them take you wherever they want to take you. But when you reach there, you ask them a question. You want the witnesses who saw you, want them there. You want this at what time and everything. And then this thing. And then my father gave me a name, a lawyer. In Kijalu, it's called Okil Kamaloka. Like he used to call me a lawyer. My father wanted me to be a lawyer. He wanted me to be a lawyer. Like that old man wanted me to be a lawyer. Like because the way I used to handle situations, like someone would come with problem and say, no, why this is where umeona, kwa nini usifanye hivi? And then people just get solution out of that at a very young age. They released us and we went back home. And I told my dad, these things are happening because of this situation. But don't worry now. You told me that I need to do something. But do you know my elder brothers could do things like they could go do like palilia watu, they get their own money, but they were not helping us. These guys walikuwa wamechanuka sana. So I decided to take it upon myself to change the situation of my home when I was in class 6, 7. And then I did my KCPE and I really passed. And I was called to, I never managed to go to a national school, but I went to a school called Ngeri High School, but there was no money to take me there. There was no money to take me there.
And how did you end up there?
I never went to that school. I went to that school just to see if the school I was called in. I was in that school. I entered. I said, I'm supposed to come here. The principal told me then, where are your parents? No. I said, but I'm not coming. But this is the school. I have your letter that you have sent to my school, primary. A long time ago, the school sent letters to the primary school. They would be called and then you pick your letters. Yeah. So I picked my letter. I went to that school and I said, I'm supposed to be here, but I'm not coming. We don't have money. By that time, something funny enough, my elder sister, by that time, he was here in Nairobi. He was doing this house help thing. Someone took her from home because now you could have just done anything you want to that. But when you are poor, you have no power to state what you want. They will do for you anything they have to do. They will use you, reuse you, but you have no say. As long as it is something you can survive on. So I finished my KCPE in 2007. 2007. At the heat of that post-election violence, that's when we finished our KCPE a little bit earlier that year, and then things started. Like we finished today, then we start hearing this is happening, this happening, this happening, this happening. So we had there's a certain guy called Eric Mbom. Some people, you see, when you have made up your mind and you have decided that now you want to walk with God, things will just happen. This guy called Eric told me to come to Nairobi. I'm not taking you to the school you are supposed to go to, but I will at least try to do something. So I came, and when I came here, I told him that even my sister is also in Nairobi here doing some this and this. And then we tried to connect each other because we did not have mobile phones. Then I'm meeting my sister telling me he's doing hairdressing. The boss told her to go and do hairdressing so that she could do something with her life. So this guy is taking me to a school called my Dagoretti Mixed. Dagoretti Mixed is in Kawangware 56. So I go to school there. I became so friendly. I became so bright. I became so like, I would stand out of other students, like performance. I used to perform very well. The reason why I was performing was because I knew that the only way for me to go to the university is through that.
And get scholarship.
I got scholarship, someone support me. So I really, really tried my whole best, bro. I gave it all, my all. When I was in Form 2, something really strange happened, man. In Form 2, my sister died.
The one that was
doing hairdressing now.
Yeah.
She died, man. Now, situation back at home bad, but at least now I've moved out of my parents. They're now starting having that hope. Things are now start working. Go to the high school. He will go to the university. Maybe from there, things might happen. So she died, and then we had to go back home, bury her. And then Eric told me, after even you have done that, I'm sorry for this, but just come back. We'll continue. So when I came back home, school realized that I lost a guardian because my sister was now like a guardian. Because I could not live with that guy. Now my sister doing her dressing. We were living in a Mabati house here in Gatina. So I came back home in school. I went, and the principal told me, when you come to my office. When you come back, come to my office. So I went to the principal's office. He told me, now, how are you going to survive now? No, I told the principal that I'm in your hands. You can now arrange how I can live now. I have nothing to say. Principal told me that because of your performance, we'll get you someone to live with. So we will be sharing the rent. Look for someone. look for a friend or I get a guy called Duncan Midamo. This guy, when my sister was here, we used to play football. So this Duncan Midamo at that time also was living with like an uncle, and the uncle told him that what you can do, go look for a house, you live with Jared. So we got a Mabati house. I told the school sent that money directly to the landlord. We were paying house 2200, and then I continued my schooling in Dagoretti Mixed. We lived with him for only 2 weeks. That 2 weeks in school, there was a lady called Linda, because I was in a mixed high school. Linda was telling the guardian that there's a guy who's very bright, but he lost the sister. So now he's living with someone. Sometimes this, because that guy used to put a very loud music. So I would wait until he sleeps, then I start reading. So that thing was giving me a lot of pressure. I come back to class, I sleep. Then I was called in the principal's office again and told that there's a lady called Grace Gitonga who would like to take me to live with her in Lavington until I finish Form 4. I'm wondering, like, Lavington, man. These are the only things I hear in the radio, bro. Lavington, you're talking about what? Lavington. It's okay. Hey, man, like, the same day, the lady sent a driver with a car to go and pick from school. I go to the ghetto, to Kawangware, I pick my stuffs, and then we come back to Lavington, man. So I was sitting there like, I'm wondering, then I start seeing how Lavington looks like, bro. We are coming in, and at the gate, he rings the bell, and someone comes open the gate, and I'm feeling like, wow. So this is Lavington. God, what are you doing, man? But I realized God also wanted to show me the kind of environment. God was preparing me for that kind of environment for the future. Wanted me to see that you don't have that mentality of where you now are, but you can also come here. So I'm coming in Lavington, staying there, staying with the lady. The lady told me the moment you finish Form 4, then you have to go out. I said, no problem. Hey, no, we have in Lavington, bro. But what are you telling me? We'll talk later. Now let's do this. And I okay. I said, thank you, God. No, all this time, I thank God. Like, I'm a very prayerful guy. A very prayerful guy. I said, God. No, I call him sir. I say, sir, no, you are doing it now. So what is it from here? But when I was living in that place, an elderly lady who came to visit our mother now, I call it mother now, told me that, anyone who lives in this place and lives always becomes successful. Come on, man. Come on. Man. The lady encouraged me that I start seeing myself like now. No, that mentality is now I'm okay. What I did, I reached a point where I downloaded a new software. You see the way you see yourself? You remove that and download new software in your system. Sometimes you can be running an outdated software in your brain, bro. You see yourself, we are poor. We cannot do it. We cannot do this. So when I was just there and all these things, I'm listening to all these things, you see. And I remember a very funny scenario that one day the lady took us to go and eat something called pizza. Pizza. What is pizza? Like bringing something like
a circle.
Just like we told, so we are going as a family, bro. The family. So these guys are bringing what called pizza. What is this, man? And then later, then mimi naanza kukula sema sasa ya watu wanakula chakula gani hizi? So related to gali. So this lady also alinipenda too because of the performance back in school. I was making her proud. Later on, I realized that this lady have been doing this for many people, not only me. Even the people we are living with were not her own children.
Wow.
She was taking care of the street guys, taking care of the orphans, taking care of everyone. So I was among these guys. And I realized, what kind of favor is this? What kind of favor is this? But at all times, I just go back to God. Say, God, I'm in Lavington now. I want just to study and to pass my exams. The moment you finish Form 4, you move out. Why? To give room for others, for someone else to come in.
Yeah.
So I studied and did my KCSE. I missed university with 1 point. 1 point. And that 1 point made me to walk into Nairobi University and talk to them. And I said, this is what I have. And I know this year you are doing this. I want to do something for me. I was no longer living in Lavington. Remember, the day I finished Form 4 is the day I moved out.
Yeah.
I left that day. I went to live in a place called Desa in Satellite. 2 weeks, because when I was leaving, the lady gave me some stuff, food stuffs and this. So 2 weeks I was in there trying to look for a job. Bro, you're looking for a job and you just finished Form 4. So, by that time, when you finish Form 4, you could see yourself. You could see yourself, you are someone, you are a guy, man. Form 4, man, someone can give me a job.
Yeah.
I realized nothing was coming. So my friend tells me, bro, twende mjengo bana. Utalipa nyumba na nini? So no one is coming to save you anymore. Twende mjengo. So I went to a mjengo. And during that time, mjengo was not like this mjengo SI. Nowadays, very easy. Cranes are there, carrying cement, everything, taking their machines. Machines are doing most of the work.
Yeah.
During our time, we are doing everything. We used to carry this cement thing with the doors. You carry it on your shoulders, and then you go to 4th floor, 5th floor, 6th floor. Bro, before even you get to 4th floor, you could feel your legs are aching, man. I used to do it daily. I did it for 1.5 years. And that money I was getting it, I was so disciplined with that money. I was sending my dad and my mom money back at home at Mjengo, and every day was 270. Eating was a problem. Why? Someone who goes to do this kind of work, you eat a lot.
Yeah, you have to eat.
For the first time, there was a time I eat this 1 kg of flour, all of it myself, bro, because of that kind of work. So it was. You have also to sacrifice because you're only being paid 280, sometimes 250. But we were most of the time depending on sometimes work extra hours.
Oh yeah.
Overtime. So overtime in Mjengo, you are paid 30 bob. So meaning if you go 2 hours, they will add you 30 shillings. So you will have 300. That's good money now. That's now good. Now good because it's 1,800. You have it like 800. You eat 800. You have to eat. You cannot carry that kind of load going upstairs.
Yeah.
Then I was getting comfortable in my work. I was getting comfortable with that mjengo. And then one day when I was walking back home, something came in my mind. I started thinking things I was telling my dad, like I'll build for him a house, I'll build for him the car, the park there. And then
house will be big.
Yes, and will this thing build the house? And I'm getting comfortable. You know, when you do, I'm building other people's houses instead of building for my parents' house, bro. Yeah. Then when you do something again and again and again, you don't realize that you're not growing.
Yeah.
You become comfortable. And the enemy of progress is being comfortable.
True.
Comfortability is something that if you want to get out, you want to make it, you ensure that is not part of your vocabulary.
Yeah.
Like that is not part of your statement, that now I'm okay. You'll never be okay. You are not okay. Those things start coming back at me. You're building other people's houses. When will you build for? How much is the house to build a house in the first place? Then I just said, I'll not go back to that place. I just said, let it be whatever the outcome. I'm ready to face the outcome. I'm not going back because you're paid 250, 270. Then in the same place, a friend told me, instead of carrying those things, why can't you come now? We do welding, because in the site, these big sites, they have everything. They have like welding sections. They have that Django section. So we were building these windows, doors. So I went back because now that at least seems to be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And they are still paying 280. But these guys we were doing welding without any protective gears. Even your eyes, you just do it direct like this.
And did it affect you?
It really affected me because two weeks into that work, my eyes started aching me. I could not see clearly. My eyes were bringing my tears could just come out, and I said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Then I left. When I was going to the Mjengo, I used to pass in the middle of Kawangware market. So I used to pass there a lot. I used to pass there every day. We pass there around 5 because you need to be punctual. In fact, in sector Mjengo, you have to be need to be very punctual than even in the office. You rather be late in these other offices, but you don't be late in that.
Because you miss the
my friend, let me tell you, they will lock you out for the whole day. When you are late with this 1 minute, then they lock you out.
Wow.
Bro, as I was passing near Kawangware, I see these guys offloading the tomatoes from the lorry.
Yeah.
And when I looked around, I saw some tomatoes were down. And I asked them if I could pick them. They said, no, you cannot pick them unless you come and help us. I said, that day I just went to Mjengo, came back. So when my eyes started aching me, I realized, no, why can't I go to the so-called pick tomatoes? And I help them, and then they give me some tomatoes. All this along, you see, I'm against time because also at home things are bad. At rural area things are really, really bad. Yeah. But everything I do, every Saturday I used to send something to my mom, do this. And then I'm starting now to do that. Those tomatoes, we call them bondeka. Nizile zimevunjika. These tomatoes that has fallen down and then they are like soft.
Yeah.
So I used to help these people offload the lorry tomatoes from the lorry, and then whatever that was remaining down there, you pick them now and you take them to these hotels. Unapeleka bondeka hapa kwa hizi hoteli, and then those guys would buy them. On a good day, I used to make up to 350 with the bondeka too. With bondeka, I used to collect those tomatoes in the market, take them to hotel. I wash them very well. I take them to hotel, and then they will buy them. My friends even give me a name called bondeka. They used to call me bondeka now because now I'm doing that. But there was no single day I was even ashamed of what I was doing. I've never been ashamed of anything as long as my father, my siblings back at home could eat something. It doesn't matter to me.
Especially when you've tasted poverty.
They don't understand. But the moment you have gone through that process, you have seen the real things, nothing will shame you, bro.
Yeah.
There is no shame in poverty. There is no shame in poverty, bro. I'll tell you. Sometimes I walk around Nairobi and I look at people. I would just stop my car and say, no, I have to do something there. There's something happening there. We have gone through it. You know it. God has given me that sensitivity. Sometimes I can just, in this I'll tell you maybe next 30 minutes or so. I would just come out of my home, just walk around. I don't know where I'm going. And then I realize my car just stopped. When I look around like this, and then I'll get someone who need my help. God will just, sometimes I'm getting out to go to work. Then things just start happening. Why am I not going to work?
Yeah.
I'll drive around. I don't know where I'm going, but then you go to somewhere, then you just stop. You say, let me do something here. When you want to do something, then you look around, you see. Bro, I want to tell you that through that picking of that tomatoes, the fallen tomatoes, they were not in good condition, but through that, I used to save I saved within 6-8 months, I saved 34,000 out of that.
Wow.
Better than even the Mjengo.
The Mjengo, better than
Niliokota nyanya inaitwa bondeka, nika save money, ikanipatia 34,800.
What is someone else's trash is your treasure.
A good treasure of mine. I saved that money. And now I was a bit popular in the market. They know me now. They know when Lori comes, they call me, Mr. Wong, come. A day, a guy from my home area came to market and saw me doing that. He called my mom. I told my mom, mtoto wako amekuwa chokora Nairobi. Your child has become a your child has become a straight child. He told my mom. He called my mom and told my mom, your child has become a street child in Nairobi. Come and pick him. Take him home. My mom called me and said, my son, just come back home if things are tough. That day I sent for my mom 1,000. I sent her something. Cannot remember, but I sent her something for her to know that if I'm on the street, would I afford that money?
Something you're making.
Yeah, surely. I said, Mom, there's something I'm sending. You go to the market. I'm sending something there. And she just realized that's a lie. But deep down, they never realized what I went through, what I was going through at that time. I told you about Eric, the guy you took me when
Eric Mbom.
Eric Mbom.
I remember.
You remember?
I'm listening.
You're listening. Now, I'm having 34,800 and then something just happened. The guy is selling the kinyozi.
Eric Mbom.
So a guy was selling a kinyozi. There's someone who's selling a kinyozi. And then he's selling me a little bit higher, 35, 36. But I cannot use all my savings on buying a kinyozi. So I'm approaching Eric. Eric, bro, there's something happening here. This guy selling me. That guy gave me 15,000. He gave me 15,000. Say, no, you go. This is what I have. But this, he was doing very well. Eric was doing very, very well. He gave me that 15,000 plus 34 I had. This guy, I bought that kinyozi at around 28, 29, 30 because he was in 35. But the way I talked to him, bargaining and everything, he gave me a kinyozi at 30, around 28, 29, 30. So I was remaining with some money to go and buy some stuff to continue the kinyozi.
Yeah.
And then Eric is the one who also advised me that you can get a Safaricom line, talk to these people, get a Safaricom line. So you have 15,000, put 10,000 as a float. You can transact 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, something less, but not past 10,000. You can start from there and then talk to Coca-Cola to bring you a fridge of soda there so that you can now, as you shave people, you can also sell sodas and also you can do MPESA.
Thinking.
And bro, you see, when God wants to make you rich, He will give you ideas. God is the one who gives people ideas to make wealth.
That's the Bible, Deuteronomy 8:18.
Now you see, I'm a living testimony.
God gives you the ability to make wealth.
Thank you so much,
I'm listening.
So when I could just think of something and then it works, and then I realized God is the one who was giving me that ability. All this time, my life is circling around God. I was not far from God. I want to tell you this. I was not far from God because when I come from my hustling, I get into the house and then I close the door and then I'll just sing. I do want my neighbors also to hear me. My secret with God, no one should know. No one should know my secrets with God. I will not be shouting, telling people, oh, God, bless me. No. God, talk like, so God, I want you to, you do it. Do this for us. If you do it for me, you do it for my whole family. I know very well, if you do it for me, you're doing it for the whole family.
Wow.
And if you change my life, God, you are going to change my family and you're changing the generation. There are so many people you are blessed according to your word in the Bible. You also use me for my family. I told God those words, use me for my family.
You're calling him sir.
Yes, sir. Use me, sir, for my family. Just use me, sir. And then things would happen. Like my father, the secret of my father. Now I'm giving you a secret of my father. My father used to, even irrespective of what we were going through, he ensured anyone visiting our home was having something like water. Water, the only thing we could offer is water, but no one would come to our home and go out without drinking water in our home. You will get an offense, get worked up if you don't take water from our home. Giving.
Because that was one valuable thing that you can give.
Give. And then that valuable thing that we could give, we used to give and you take it. We give it to you, irrespective of who you are.
Yeah.
So I realized that now that I'm doing business, I need to start doing something also. So I used to ensure that I go buy some milk, some bread, najificha. I hide them. Then someone passing by my shop, like these street children or someone seems angry or what, I would give them. Broke up. Ingia hapa ndani. I don't want someone to see me giving these people.
Yeah.
No. I wanted to give them so no one should see. Because I'm not that well off, but I knew that there's something I was activating.
That's the principle of giving.
Yeah. So I used to give them milk and bread. Every day, I would ensure, I told myself, my target was, I feed 1 or 2 people in a day. Like someone must say thank you to me before the end of the day. I used to do that. So when the moment I get in, then the business is not doing well, I have to do something, buy milk or something. After that, say thank you. Then the guy leaves and people start coming saying, oh God, see, that principle is something I learned from my dad. The principle of giving to the poor, sharing with the needy, opening the doors to those who are, their doors are locked, those who are going through difficult moments, you share with them something. That's a principle I learned from my dad. And we are doing it up to today. You go there, if you come out, you cannot come out without, you never. In fact, if we don't come, we will go look for the cripples and people who are in wheelchairs and bring them home and they eat on our home. People must eat every day.
Amazing.
That principle is something that I only learned from my dad, and it worked for me here. So as I continue here, things are now working. Then a certain guy, a kissy guy, this guy was a friend of mine. He was next to me. He was selling this motorcycle spare parts, but it was not doing well. Then this guy just proposed for me that, Mr. Wong, why can't you sell for me your business? See, I have money. See, money, that money I'm collecting, like soda, I have it.
Yeah.
I cannot sell you the money, but now I'm selling you the stock and this. Something hit my head and say, sell it. Why not? So you can just open another one like that, sell it. So I'm telling him 150,000. Say no, sell 100K. Say I will give you 100K. I say 100K cash. I take it. I'm taking it. Like in my head, that is the sound. Take it. And I'm saying, I'm taking it. I took the money. Because I knew, you know, I'm in business now. I can just do it. And then I move few meters, then I do something again. I told this guy, you're selling what, we are not selling, we want to count, like sodas, we are counting.
Yeah.
My shaving, what if you don't want them, I'll carry them. Everything. I'm selling you the structure. I'm not selling you everything that is here.
Oh, yeah.
So he said, no, I can carry the shaving machines, but I can leave the chairs and this. And then it came to around 129, 130 there. And then he paid me. And I told him, before I go, you give me this place to do something with it. I told him, what? Dan, you have given me everything. No, I wanted to talk to my guys, telling them that I'm leaving them in your hands. They should just come. But in real sense, what I was doing, I was telling this guy that I will just be opening few meters from there. You see, no. You see, okay, what I ensured that I had a clientele base. People who now believed me.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something that I never went to any school to practice shaving. I did it because of association. I just told myself I can do it. Holding the shaving machine.
That's like the school of hard knocks.
Yes, I did it. That. I just did it, bro. There's a guy who came. There's a time the guy came and told me, nataka ninyoe hivi, nataka ninyoe afro hivi, number 3. Number 3. Hey, which kind of design is that? I don't know. You see, Bana, you are new in these things. And then I just took the shaving machine and just started back. I removed this guy's hair and this guy is asking me, what kind of nonsense is this? I said, sir, you will bear with me. I'm new here, man. I'm trying to do this. Do you know, I convinced that guy and that guy even changed the hairstyle from that day.
You have confidence.
Yeah, man, you have to do it. The situation, when you have, you apply the knowledge according to the situations. A different situation does not need the same application you did last time. For example, you are facing a different challenge. You cannot use the tactics you used 2 days or 2 years ago to solve this. No, you have to, things are evolving.
Yeah.
You have to come up with new ideas, you come up with new solutions, you apply different ideas in different places, in different businesses. You have to come up with something. You have to. And the only way people are surviving in business up to today are people applying new ideas into to the current problems they are facing.
Yeah.
You don't go to the books and read, according to 1973, when the factory was facing challenges of power, they resolved into fossil what? Fuel what? No, you don't do that. You don't do that. No. We are here. Now you apply new things because from here going forward, there are so many things you need to consider. So I will talk about that later. But I want to say that.
And how did your story is very, very interesting. So how did you move to the place after the spare part thing?
After the Kinyozi?
Yeah.
After the Kinyozi, the spare part was that guy was buying my own my own business. Now what I did, I took the money, get out there. After 3-4 days, I talked to my guys here and there, and then I moved. That's like 500 meters. And I opened another shop there. Now that shop, idea came. You start selling second-hand stuffs. Start buying and selling second-hand stuffs, electronics mostly. And then I was like, okay, so I can have a Kinyozi, but now I'm buying and selling. Now, I got a house now, a permanent house. That was, by that, they gave me at 9,000. I gave them 9,000 without a deposit. And then I made some shelves in that house. Open, like this is the same room, but here are the shelves, and here I'm doing that Kinyozi thing. And remember, now I have my clients, now they come. Yeah. Children, I used to save them 20 bob. Elderly, save them 50 bob. And bro, I used to stand from 6 in the morning to 9. That my back was not allowing me to sit down. You stand until now, you cannot sit. If you try to sit, it's painful. Painful. Yeah. You feel a lot of pain. So what I used to do, I would just stand from 6 to 9 p.m. I just stand. Shaving people, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. And God, who was giving me all these ideas, ensured that they worked. Selling second-hand stuffs really worked for me. Really worked for me. There are a lot of challenges doing second-hand stuff, but it really worked for me with the knowledge God gave me. I did it from that time, 2016, 17, 2018, 2019. I got a guy who was bringing things from UK, these ex-UK stuffs. And the guy was bringing the extensions, original extensions. And then when he brought them in Kenya, no one was ready to buy the stuffs. And now he was frustrated. Like this guy was frustrated. It was called Karanja. He used to live in UK. Someone gave him that idea. But the idea, someone can give you a half idea.
Yeah.
So the guy gave him a half idea. Then when the container reached in the country, he knew nothing about selling, where to sell them, and then someone just come to me in the morning, like, bro, there's a guy who was selling these extensions, and he's frustrated. He don't know where to sell them. He's in Kawawendani there. Why can't you go and see and then talk to him? And then I'm talking to this guy. I'm telling this guy, bro, why I can sell this stuff? So give me time. I can give you what I have now, and then you give me time. I sell them and I send you money. If you see my work is good, and then we can be doing business. The guys told me, do you have where you can put that container? I said, no, I don't have where I can put that container, but I can go and talk to 2 or 3 people we see. The guys say, no, you don't have to go and carry the whole container. Now, I'll give you the key of the container. It is in my compound here in Kawendani. You go sell, come and pick, and you go and sell and you come and pick. Bro, those extensions were original extensions. Oh, the original extension. Do you know how much he was giving me those extensions? 500 bob. Do you know how much I was selling them? 2K. The least price was 2K. So when I go with the pickup, and then I'll come back with a lorry now to carry the lorry. Because now what happens? You give me one, I buy 4.
Yeah.
You give me one, I come back, buy 4.
Yeah.
People are buying this stuff, especially people are doing PA system. People need something like church now. Yeah. They were buying these extensions, and I sold the old container. After selling the old container, I had money. Things started changing slowly. I told my dad, remove that house. I move it. I don't want to see that house. I bought for my mom and my dad a iron sheet. I said, we are going to go for the first time having iron sheet in our home. No, God is doing something. I changed for my mom that house. But though mud outside, mud house, still we're using mud. But roof, bro, man, that's good. That was a very big. In fact, that's now we had to celebrate. The celebration was there. I said, God, this is not the house I want to build for my mom, but you are doing something. But let us go through the journey. Continue. Coming back, I started associating with we call them brokers. The brokers who are selling cars, brokers who are selling motorcycles. Bana, these guys can just make you rich if you know how to deal with these guys. They told me, Bana, we have a car here. This is what we wanted to do. We have a car and we have a client. But to us, we don't have money. So what we want you to do, you buy the car, the way where it is standing, we sell it there. You get your cut, I get my cut. Even I don't want to transfer. So how much is the car? Tells me 270,000. Walking in the bank, I see I have, selling that content, I have like 310. I say, but what if this car have a problem? But something in my mind telling me, where you are, you don't need money. You already have something, what it takes to do business.
Yeah.
People think that you need to have money to do business. You yourself, you are the business, not money. It's not what you have. It is you as an individual, is the business.
Interesting.
You are the business. Your money is not the business. You are the business. That's the reason why you can open a shop today for someone to do business. After 3-4 months, it's gone. No, nothing's there. No, he has everything. He's doing so many things. He's taking stock. He's doing good bookkeeping and everything. But still, the business will fail. Why? Because the attitude this guy is bringing in business is not the right attitude.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
The discipline of doing that business, this guy does not have that discipline. You need to have discipline to do the business. You see, in my entire life, I never listened to motivation speakers. Never listen to motivation speakers. I'm sorry, but the reason I will give you my own reason. Motivation speakers always talk about what has worked for them. These guys in UK, these guys in America, telling you how to starting business is very easy. Starting businesses in Kenya is not easy the way you're starting a business in America. In America, they'll facilitate you with everything you require. You get licensing within no time. No one want a kickback. In Kenya, here everyone want a kickback. Ukitaka tukufanyia hivyo, utupatie pesa. Ukitaka tukupatie hiyo place, uweke hiyo maji yako, utupatie pesa. Kanjo anataka do. Wao mabrokers wanataka pesa. Everything anataka do. At the end of the day, hakuna. So when you listen to motivation speakers, kwa ground vitu ni tofauti, bro. Kwa ground things are very different. When you listen to the story of how God has used me for my own family, for the family, let me tell you, I'm not here on a personal capacity. When I sit here, I'm talking about the story of my story and my family story. Because God used me to change the story of my family.
Yeah.
It is not about me. It is not about me. I want to tell you this. I'm not a private citizen of Kenya. I'm not a private citizen. I am a public citizen. Why am I calling myself a public citizen? When I sit here, I know at the back of my mind that someone needs to eat. And that food is it's not going to come from anyone. It's going to come from me. I have to make sure that the street children eat. Have you ever asked yourself when you drive around and see people lying down, have you ever asked how they are eating? Who is going to give them food?
True.
Who's going to give them shelter? Yeah? It is my responsibility and your responsibility to ensure that these people are eating.
Yeah. In fact, even the Bible says there's no way you see someone who does not have food and then you pray for them.
Yeah.
Yet you can help
them.
You are the answer to their needs.
You are the answer to their needs.
Yeah.
You are the answer to their needs. A private citizen, people want to define private citizen in a very different, so many words. No, I have my own definition of a private citizen. A private citizen is someone who's taking care of himself, wife, and his children, and his immediate family members. That's a private citizen. Someone,
Everything is private.
yeah. When he wakes up in the morning, he asks, will my wife eat, my children, school fees be paid? How will the rent be paid? And how will we eat in the evening? And how is my mom back at home? And this, no, that's a private citizen. He only cares about his family and his immediate family. That's a private citizen. If you talk to him about someone on the street need to eat, then he'll ask you, that's not my responsibility. Then you'll blame the government. That's a private citizen. A private citizen will always blame the government for everything going wrong in his life.
Yet
Government.
it's also, what are you doing for the government?
Government. Someone is on the street. He can start even telling you, we are now having so many street children. We are having so many street children on the street. What is happening? Are you asking that question? You are talking to people about unemployment, even discussing it before people. We are having unemployment in this country. Ask yourself, how many have you created as an individual? The problem of young people will be solved by the young people of this country. It will not be solved by elderly. It will not. Because these guys, they have reached a point where they're living. And you're talking about unemployment. You want them to employ you. Do you think you matter to them? You don't matter to them.
Yeah.
So as an individual, I am not a private citizen of Kenya. I'm a public citizen. I will never be a private citizen of this country. Never. Now,
Wow.
I decided to put that money on that car. 280. It was 280. They agreed 270. The guy told me we'll sell the car at 350. But now they will take this and I'll take this, like half. I said that is a very small amount of money. Now I have money and I want something that can trigger so that I will not give them money. So I said maybe that car will be sold at 400, so that I can get 50,000 on top. But something less than that I will not. Then they told me, how much do you want? I said 50,000. Okay, put 270, you get 50. And then whatever we are going to sell the car, we are going to take the rest. I say it's okay. Then the guy, we go to the bank. The guy gives me the documents. Everything is okay. And then I give money. I give that guy money. This guy is telling him that when we want to do a transfer, we'll call you. But for now, let us just a sales agreement. And then the guy tells me, it's okay. The guy says, this is the key. Now we are selling it the way we said. The buyer is there. But I realized these guys were selling that car at 450,000. They sold it at 450,000. But because we have already agreed that the car is okay, I'm going to get 300 and I'm going to get 50,000 on top of my 270. So it was coming 320. I did. That was my first deal. I sealed.
Wow.
And now I realize I could buy motorcycle and buy a car. Bro, these guys were coming with the car worth 150, we sell 200. Because I have the money now. And they realized I was easy goer. You see, there are people, they are so insecure in everything. In fact, the business, even business, losing is part of business. If you're not ready to lose, to go at a loss in business, you have nothing. You have no idea how business is run, and you don't have to do it. If you're not ready, you see, in business you only have two results: profit and loss. Loss, people don't want to talk about loss. No one talks about loss in business. But as a young person, as people are doing business from down there, we talk about grassroots. We talk about loss more than profit. Actually, when I'm buying a stuff to resell it, I'm talking about loss. What am I saying? I'm saying if this car, I'm buying it today at 500,000, when worse comes to worse, how much can I lose on it? Then you say you can lose 50,000, 70,000. Then you sell it 400 or 420. You lose 70,000. You sell it 450. You lose 50,000. Now, am I ready to take that loss? That is small. It's okay. I can take it.
Oh, so you talk about loss.
You talk about loss more than the profit.
Yeah.
You talk about the worst side of the business than the good side of business. When you are being driven by the profits you are going to make in any business, you are bound to fail. You will always fail. And that's why young people are failing in business. Why? They're being driven. Bro, hii kitu tukifanya inatupatia dongapi? It will give us more profit. Why? You can buy it 200,000, sell it 500,000. But they are not seeing the negative part of it. They did not sit down and analyze the kind of losses we can make if things goes wrong. If you are ready to take the loss in that product, then you'll make profit. Why? You have analyzed the negative part of it and you are ready to take it. You are ready to take that loss that is going to come out of it. Now you will make money. Now, because now when you sit down and say, I'm ready to take 50,000 as a loss, at the worst scenario, then now you go, it's very easy for you. So a guy will come, you start at 750. Why? Because ushapiga hesabu. Unakwambia bana hiyo ni mingi. Maybe take 650 bro, kama si 700 wacha tu. That thing iko poa. Chukua uende test. Atakwambia nimependa sawa. Tunafanya aje tuende transfer. But initially we were not there for the profit. The profit just come automatically.
Yeah.
So if you're not ready to take losses in business, don't do business. If you cannot discuss how much you can make when worse come to us, don't do business.
That's amazing.
You understand, sir?
That's wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's from God. It is from God, right? It's from God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how now you're moving?
Now I'm moving.
Hey, you're moving. You're moving from Bondeka.
Bondeka, man. So 42,800.
To Kinyozi.
To Kinyozi.
To soda.
To soda.
To
MPESA. Selling it.
To selling
a second hand. Starting a second hand.
Container.
Selling the extensions, the original extension from UK, the whole container.
To selling a car.
To selling a car for the first time of selling a car. That was a wing road. Nissan wing road.
And now how do you get to the place that you are where you are now?
Thank you so much. Very important question. Very, very important question. Before I get into that, I want to say that people who are doing business and those who are employed, there's something that they need to know. That things don't just happen.
Yeah.
There is no coincidence with God. I believe that with God, there is no coincidence. When God wants to bless you, see things and say, hey, imekuja tu, imekuwa hapana. That deal ijakuja tu. God is making people around you to obey his command. You have heard of this story that a lady was seeking for help. A lady was really seeking for help. And then the guy calls, it was in a radio station. A guy calls and say, Hati, I'm working with Freemasonry, I'm working with the devil, and then I will give you money if you allow me to give you. Then the lady say, no problem, you just give me the money. Because if God orders, even the devil obeys. And then the guy takes the money. Because when you ask God, God can use anybody. God can use anybody, bro, even your enemy. God can even use your enemy to give you a deal. Unaona your enemy wenye unapendani naye. The day contract comes anakuambia come. Na hajui kwa nini anafanya hivyo. No, presence of God.
Ni Mungu.
Now, at the back of my mind, until where I am today, what has been moving me more, initially it was to change the situation back at home.
Yeah.
But it reaches a point that it was more than that.
There's a bigger picture.
There was a very big picture in my mind that it's not only about your home. You cannot talk to people about your home all the time. You cannot talk to people about your home all the time. What about these street children? What about these needy people? What about that widow, the widowers, the orphans? We will take care of them if you don't do it. Actually, this question came to me in the morning when there was a time I was sleeping, and then the question came to me in my sleep. Most of the time in Apatanga when I sleep.
In dreams, through dreams.
Through dreams. I am successful in business, and I can say so because of where God has brought me up to where I am. Because of one thing. Whatever I do all the time, I always do my part and allow God to do his part in anything I do.
Wow.
God has a role to play in my life.
Yeah.
And also in your life, in everyone's life.
I agree.
But sometimes we don't give God a chance to do his part, to play his role. Ndio maana watu wana fail, alafu baadaye ndio wanakuja kuuliza God. You will fail definitely if you don't involve God in everything you do. You will fail. You are bound to fail if God is not part of the plan. You will fail. That one, 100%.
That is so true.
Do you know sometimes I sit down and also even say that the way ideas comes to me to do things, even now where I'm sitting now, there are people who are really, really waiting for me to do business with them. But The moment I entered here and I sat there, the idea came to me. The idea was I was going to take a container full of TVs, but then idea came to me and said, why that TV to the way it is, why can't I employ young people, like 3 people when you employ, because I've employed so many people, but why can't I add 3 people, digital marketers, but these people should just come from people when wako chini kabisa, wauze hiyo TV, niwaambie online hii na TVs ndio hii, delivery ndio hiyo. Nimeingia TV na nimeona. Up to where I am, I want to tell you that from selling one TV, selling that car, Nissan Wing Road, I started doing it regularly. And I started now combine so many things. You cannot depend on one thing and you want to be rich. You're bounding to fail. You have to do 2 or more things. You have to have streams of incomes, like at least 3, not 2. At least 3. If you're doing whatever you're doing, then you have a shop somewhere. Then you have also a restaurant somewhere. You will make it very fast. Why? Now they are pulling in things here and there, here and there. Hakuna siku hata moja. There is no day I had doubt in my mind that I will not make it. Why? Where I came from was the worst part of it. But now we are moving step by step. I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm always saying that I've already made 2% of what I want to make in my life. 2%. In fact, 2% should be end at this year. Then 98% is what now I'm looking for.
Wow.
But I thank God because of so far where he has brought me. The grace is sufficient, bro. Blessings and everything. I started working with suppliers of TV. The guy was called Mr. Wong, the Chinese guy. The Chinese guy came to the country, wanted to invest money. He wanted to bring TVs in the country. Well, he was looking for someone. And then I was not part of his plan. But we were sitting the way we are sitting. God can just choose you among the people, bro. Yeah. People were just sitting there, and when people were giving ideas. I was not part of that plan. But I just overheard them talking about how they want to do it. And I told them, it is not going to work. And then he asked me, what? I'm saying it is not going to work. If you want these things to work, you have to put me in that plan, and I will tell you. Say, come. Come. He was speaking Chinglish. Yeah. No, it's Chinglish. Yeah, so some Chinese with a little bit English, they mix things. Then he told me, what do you want us to do? I told them, first of all, we need to look at the cost of operation. That thing will make us to survive if we can reduce the cost. So what are we going to do? We cannot have a shop in town. We cannot have a store in town. No. Let us go. We can look for the warehouses, are so many, but not there near the houses here. We can go to a river there. We can go down there where the warehouse is cheap. Yeah. Then we don't have even to hire. We can lease a place and build a factory. Build a place where to run. It will be very cheaper. When we went there, the guys told this guy that leasing that place of land was around 550,000. Leasing it at 550,000 per month. Nikaambia siwachane nayo. So we will go to Kiambu huko. Wacheneni nayo, biashara ni yangu si yenu. So when this guy had me, it's not about Chinese anymore, it's about me. Buddha sema, unataka aje? Baba 150. Told him 150 leasing that place, and then we built it. The Chinese said, you have talked to him? I said, yeah, we've talked to him. They have to talk to this guy. How much? I said, no, 150. No, 150, what? How much? 150 like this. Kenya, that's yanaona naweka kwa calculator and turned into Chinese and anasema, that's okay. No, that's okay. That's okay. And then he started asking, who are you? I know, I'm a young guy who is ambitious in business. I want to do business with you, sir. I want to do business with you. I want you to show me your ways also.
Wow.
You see, for you to make it in life, you will never make it alone. You need people who will take you to the next stage. People who will show you the way. You cannot just do it yourself. Some people, now, they're the best producers, but they don't want to involve with the international producers. Then how will you move to the next stage? This guy said, no, I'm the head now. Wale mabigi walikuja hapo, and now I'm the head of that everything. I'm the man making decisions. You will go talk to me, not them. I'm the one who's arranging this, arranging that.
Hey, your story is amazing. You know, as you're talking, it hits me. I think you are the embodiment of this verse, Deuteronomy 8:18. The Bible says God has given us the ability to make wealth. Let me explain that portion of scripture. You see, the Old Testament was written in Hebrew. The word ability in Hebrew comes from a word that talks about a small reptile.
Okay.
I know you're wondering, a small reptile, wealth, how does it come?
Okay.
But when you dig further, when you try to understand the word small reptile, one of the notions is a chameleon.
Okay.
And a chameleon, we look at the life of a chameleon in this way.
Yeah.
One, a chameleon will adjust its eyes.
Oh, yeah.
360 degrees.
Yes.
And for you, I look at you, you look for opportunities on how you can solve people's problems.
Yeah.
The one for the car.
Yeah.
The one for the King'ori.
Yes.
People come, you get soda there.
Yes, yeah.
You're solving your family's problems.
Yes.
The other thing about a chameleon is a chameleon adjusts itself based on the environment that it is in. If it comes here, it will be black.
Okay.
If it comes here, it will be gray.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing how you placed yourself in that place with Mr. Wong.
Yeah.
That you're solving problems.
Yeah.
And in return, you're having all these streams of income.
Yes.
And that's why for me, I'm seeing the challenge to everyone.
Yeah.
God has given us this ability.
Yeah.
You too can be able to be like this man. God can place us in a place that we can have multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
I think time and chance happens to everyone.
True.
But are you making the best out of that opportunity? You spoke about kubondeka.
Yeah.
But how many people are willing to start, but many people despise that.
Exactly.
Yet that can be the place that can lift us up.
Very true.
Is there something that you've started, something that God has called you to do, and maybe you're despising? This is a wake-up call.
Yeah.
For him, one of his wake-up calls was salt.
Salt.
Is there, you say, the salt story?
Yeah, salt of the story.
What is your salt story?
The salt.
That you can be able to also get to the place that you experience the goodness of God. And also it trickles down to other people.
Yeah.
Your story is so powerful that if God can do it for someone like you, I know there are many people who are waiting for you.
Yeah.
If God can do it for someone like you, I know that God can also do it for people out there. And maybe even as we are coming to the end, maybe you can say how people can be able to reach out to you.
Yeah.
And maybe you can give people like a word of advice or encouragement.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me today. It was my pleasure. I want to say this, that even after getting the guy doing the business here and there, and they have put it, that is the best way to put it. You change according to the season. You change with the season and the environment. And everything that you do. Say we are here, but even if you get me in a boardroom somewhere, I want to sell my ideas to the investors, they always, first of all, they will look at me and say, this guy amevaje, we're expecting someone akuje na koti. Why is this guy here? To our young people of this country, the time has come that we need to offer solutions. We have identified the problems we are facing as a country. And the problem of the young people will be solved by the young people themselves. The leadership of the country has its role to play, but we have a bigger role to play as young people. I will tell you why. If young people can start something, to you outside there who is listening to me, I want to tell you this. It is your time to start something small, but think big. Start it small. Just start something. Start something. God is going to bless the works of your hands. He's not going to bless you when you are sleeping in that bed. He's not coming to bless you and you are doing nothing. God wants you to do something so he can bless you out of whatever you are doing. Nilisanya nyanya. I did bondeka. I did kinyozi. I did mjengo. I did hata siwa. I've not talked to you about that. I did so many things to put me to where I am. But there is no single day I forgot about Almighty God. Throughout my journey, God was with me. And for you to come closer to God, there are also things that we have to talk about. That you cannot come to God, but still want the world. It cannot work like that. You choose to. You don't have to be lukewarm. Just be cold or hot. If you are with God, just stay with God. For you to succeed in everything that you're going to do from now going forward, put God the center of your world. Make God to be your priority. And also give God a chance to play his role in your life. Give God a chance, because there is something that God needs to do in your life. Lazima, Mungu pia kuna role zake. Now, if you want to succeed, make sure sometimes pia unapatia God ngori. Unamwachia ngori zingine. Unamwambia God, I'm doing my part, and you also have your part to play, and you have your part to play, and my part is this, and your part is that. Young people of this country, let us all do something. Laziness destroys many lives. But before you think of doing that thing, I want to tell you this. There are so many people like you who are where you are now, right now, and they have come out of that situation. The situation you are in today might be big or small. You might see it like it is not changing, but I want to tell you this. Come out. Come out. Just come out of your cocoon. Come out of that house. Come out of that, wherever you are, come out. Let's start from somewhere. Lazima uanze mahali. You have to start from somewhere. If you don't start, you will remain there for a very long time. Lastly, as I finish, I want to tell you that life is spiritual. And when people talk about life is spiritual, I want to give it the side of how I view it when I say life is spiritual. I started the story of my life and the story of my family by saying that I realized that the kind of poverty we were in was not normal. It was a spiritual poverty. There are things we had to do. Number one, we had to welcome God in the family. Number two, we had to break the bonds of poverty, saying, I talk to the poverty, I say, you are not part of this plan of this family. You are not our portion. Poverty, you are not welcomed in this home. No. You are not part of us. You just leave. Just leave. And we welcome God. When God came, the grace came, blessings came. And as I speak to you today, God has transformed our home. The kind of house I promised my dad to build for him, I have built for my dad a house worth 15 million in a rural area. You can imagine that kind of house. It is a house that a member of parliament should be sitting in. Because my father and my mother are members of parliament in my life, they are living in that house. Get a responsibility. People without responsibility are going nowhere. It's like a boat without a direction. When you have a responsibility, then you will have to work towards it to achieve it. Make small goals here and there. And don't, and I want to repeat, don't be saying to yourself that I want to just be focusing with one thing. Don't focus with one thing. Don't specialize. Hii kitu ya kuspecialize wachia watu wa ofisi. I'm not mtu wa ofisi, so I will not give you that kind of advice. Don't specialize yourself. Seek so many skills, at least 3 skills. Because today in Kenya, for you to survive, you're not only going to require 1 skill. You're going to need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skills. Like sales, you are a good salesperson. You are a computer guy. You have done your IT. You are a driver. You can go to learn Chinese, because Chinese at the University of Nairobi is very cheap. You can also go there at the University of Nairobi. I'm a student there. You can only pay 5,000 to learn Chinese. Why are you not going for that? And there are so many people are coming in the country. They want people who can translate. You can even you yourself go to China and do 1, 2, 3 things, and you are a driver and you know how to speak Chinese. You get so many opportunities. For us as young people to solve the problems, we need to be creators rather than just being people who want to be employed. We want to be employers. We, the young people, must be employers so that we can we can employ our fellow young people into our companies, into our businesses, into our hotels. We have to do something. And I'm saying again and again, without involving God in your plans, you're bound to fail.
Wow. I feel charged up. I feel this was like a conference. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
I'll call you Mr. Wong.
Thank you. Actually, you can get me through Mr. Wong. Wong Dizo. Ukiweka Tizo kila mahali, at Twitter, the X formerly Twitter, get me at the Wong Revolutionary. Wong the Revolutionary. Facebook, you get me Mr. Wong Investment, Mr. Wong, or Mr. Wong Investment, because mimi ni Wong Investment ni biashara. Mr. Wong kila mahali.
Wow. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, let's continue to live victoriously so that we lead others to do the same.
Yeah. Thank you.